So in this segment, we are going to solve a few questions based on trigonometry. Let us remind ourselves of the basic trigonometric identities that we have learned so far. We have learned that, let us summarize that in a table over here. So we have learned that sine square plus cos square is 1, 1 plus tan square is sec square, and 1 plus cot square is cosec square. Now using these identities, we are going to solve a few questions today. Let us take a look at this question. It's given that x is equal to a sine theta and y is equal to b tan theta. We have to prove that a square by x square minus b square by y square is equal to 1. So now I should first see how can I get the value of a square by x square. To get the value of a square by x square, first of all, let's see if I can get the value of a by x. So it's given that x is equal to a sine theta, which means x upon a is equal to sine theta. And if I take the reciprocal on both sides, I get a upon x is equal to 1 by sine theta, right? Taking the reciprocal on both sides, which is nothing but cosec theta. So I have a by x equal to cosec theta, which means a square by x square, squaring both sides, a square by x square is equal to cosec square theta, right? So this is my first observation. Now let's take a look at how should we get b upon y. So what I will do is I have y equals b tan theta, which means y divided by b is equal to tan theta, and squaring both sides we get y square by b square is equal to tan square theta. But if you notice, we need b square by y square. So let's take reciprocal on both sides. Therefore, we get b square upon y square is 1 by tan square theta, which is cot square theta, right? So this is going to be my second relation. And now if I consider a square by x square minus b square by y square, I think I can perform this operation because I have a square by x square and I have b square upon y square. So let's subtract these two, and what we get is a square by x square minus b square by y square is equal to cosec square theta minus cot square theta, right? That's because we have subtracted the two left hand sides and therefore the right hand sides also undergo subtraction. And we know by trigonometric identities that cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. And therefore, we have proved the required relation. So over here, the trick was just to find the right values for a by x and b by y and square them and subtract them and use the third trigonometric identity that is mentioned over here. So let me pause for a few seconds before. Okay, let's continue with the next question now. Theta plus tan theta is equal to p. Show that p square minus 1 divided by p square plus 1 is equal to sine theta. So let's take the left hand side. So we have the left hand side, which is p square minus 1 by p square plus 1. I already know the value of p, so let me first find p square. P is sec theta plus tan theta, and therefore p square is going to be sec theta plus tan theta the whole square, right? So now let us apply a plus b whole square. So a plus b whole square is a square, that is sec square theta, plus 2ab, that's 2 sec theta tan theta, plus b square, that is tan square theta. So this is the value of p square. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my left hand side, right? And I'm going to substitute the value of p square in the numerator as well as denominator. So p square minus 1 divided by p square plus 1 is going to be sec square theta plus 2 sec theta tan theta plus tan square theta. Now this is my p square, so I should subtract a 1 in the numerator, right? And in the denominator, I should have p square plus 1. So again, let me write my p square. It is sec square theta plus 2 sec theta tan theta plus tan square theta plus 1, right? And now let's see if some simplification is possible. You will notice that sec square theta minus 1, sec square theta minus 1 is tan square theta. So I have tan square theta. So sec square theta minus 1 is tan square theta. And tan square theta plus tan square theta becomes 2 tan square theta plus 2 sec theta tan theta. The whole divided by, let's look at the denominator. I have tan square theta plus 1. So tan square theta plus 1 is sec square theta. And sec square theta plus sec square theta is 2 sec square theta. So this is 2 sec square theta plus 2 sec theta tan theta. Right? So this is my, this is the simplified expression. Now I can definitely take 2 tan theta out as common from the numerator. So let's take it out. So when I take 2 tan theta out, I'm left with tan theta plus sec theta. I'm using the concepts of factorization. Divided by, in the denominator, I can take 2 sec theta out as common. So 2 sec theta into sec theta plus tan theta. So now what happens is, you will notice that sec theta plus tan theta is common in the numerator as well as denominator. Also 2 is common, so that also gets cancelled, and therefore what is left is tan theta divided by sec theta. So tan theta is sin theta divided by cos theta multiplied by sec theta. Now cos theta into sec theta is 1, and therefore this value equals sin theta, which is equal to basically my RHS term. So what I noticed in this problem was, because p was given, I started off with finding p square, right? So here this was my LHS, and then I found my p square. I found the value of p square, and then I substituted p square in the given expression. I noticed that sec square minus 1 was tan square, so that simplification happened, and 1 plus tan square was sec square. And in this step, I used the concepts of factorization, right? So this is how I went about this. Okay, let's continue with the next question. This question, it is given that sin theta plus cos theta is equal to p, and sec theta plus cosec theta is equal to q. I have to show that q times p square minus 1 is equal to 2 times p. So the way I'm going to work around this particular problem is, I have the left hand side. The left hand side is q times p square minus 1. So let's do one thing. Let us substitute the value of p and q. Q is sec theta plus cosec theta, right? This is the value of Q. And P square, P is sin theta plus cos theta the whole square minus 1, right? This is my left hand side. Let me just show this. This is the value of Q. This is Q. And this is the value of P. So I have P square minus 1. So in the left hand side, I did substitute the value of P and Q. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to first open this bracket, which is A plus B the whole square. So we write this as sec theta plus cosec theta times, I have A plus B the whole square. So let me just write this again properly. Yeah, I have A plus B the whole square, which is A square plus B square, so plus cos square theta, plus 2 times A times B minus 1, right? So this therefore becomes sec theta is 1 by cos theta and cosec theta is 1 by sin theta times sin square plus cos square is 1 plus 2 sin theta cos theta minus 1. And now what will happen is 1 minus 1 will cancel. So I am left with, if I take the LCM here, it will be sin theta plus cos theta, the whole divided by sin theta cos theta times, if you look at the numerator, it is 2 sin theta cos theta. So what I did was, in this particular step, I simply converted sec and cosec into sin and cos, because I saw in the second bracket everything is in terms of sin and cos. So I just decided to convert sec and cosec into sin and cos and found their LCM. And now because of this, sin theta and sin theta will cancel. Cos theta and cos theta will cancel. So I am left with 2 times sin theta plus cos theta. Now sin theta plus cos theta is equal to P, and therefore this answer is 2P, and that equals the RHS. This is what I wanted to prove, and the techniques that I used here were, first of all, A plus B the whole square helped me. By the way, when you solve problems related to trigonometric identities, always remember to mention the properties that you use. So over here, I would use sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. And over here, I would also mention sec theta is 1 by cos theta and cosec theta is 1 by sin theta. So when you solve trigonometric identity related problems, always remember to mention the identities. Okay, let's continue with the next question now. It's given that A cos theta plus B sin theta is equal to M and A sin theta minus B cos theta is equal to N. I have to prove that A square plus B square is equal to M square plus N square. If you take a look at the RHS, it clearly says M square plus N square. So what that means is, I have the values of M and N. So M is equal to A cos theta plus B sin theta. So let's square both sides. So M square is therefore equal to A cos theta plus B sin theta the whole square. And I know the formula for A plus B the whole square. It is A square. So it will be A cos theta the whole square plus B sin theta the whole square plus 2 times a cos theta times b sin theta. So if I simplify this now, I get a square cos square theta plus b square sin square theta plus 2ab times sin theta cos theta. This is the value of m square, which is equal to 1. And now I can find the value of n square. So n is given as a sin theta minus b cos theta, which means n square is a sin theta minus b cos theta the whole square. So this is of the form a minus b the whole square, which is a square. So a sin theta the whole square plus b cos theta the whole square. So that's a square plus b square. And I would have minus 2a times b, right? So this is the identity that I have, which can be easily simplified. So I have n square. Okay, let's still not mark this as 2 because I am yet to simplify these terms. So this would be a square sin square theta plus b square cos square theta minus 2ab times sin theta cos theta. This is my second term. So now I need m square plus n square. I believe I have got the individual values of m and n. M square and n square. So let me go ahead and add these two expressions, right? So what I will get is m square plus n square would be a square cos square theta plus b square sin square theta plus 2ab sin theta cos theta, and n square would be a square sin square theta plus b square cos square theta minus 2ab times sin theta cos theta. So now what we are going to get is, because we have added these two expressions, let's now take a look at the different terms. You will notice that plus 2ab sin theta cos theta and minus 2ab sin theta cos theta cancels, and therefore m square plus n square is equal to, in these two terms a square is common, so let's pull it out. So a square times cos square theta plus sin square theta, and in these two terms, that is b square sin square and b square cos square, the b square term is common, so you are again left with sin square theta plus cos square theta. Now sin square plus cos square is 1, which implies m square plus n square is equal to a square plus b square, and this is precisely what I wanted to prove in the original question. And the techniques that I used here were just a plus b the whole square and a minus b the whole square. Okay, moving on to the next one. if sine theta plus cos theta is equal to root 2 times sine of 90 minus theta, then determine cot theta. So if I were to solve this particular question, let me just remind myself of what is cot theta. I know that tan theta is given by sin theta upon cos theta. Therefore, cot theta is going to be cos theta divided by sin theta. So somehow I have to get the value of cos theta by sin theta in this particular equation. Let me see if I can simplify a few terms. I notice that there is sine of 90 minus theta. I know that sine of 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta, right? We are aware of this particular identity. Therefore, sin theta plus cos theta can be written as root 2 times sine of 90 minus theta can be written as cos theta. And now I need cos theta by sin theta. So let me group all the cos theta terms on the right hand side. I notice that I have one cos theta term here and the other cos theta term here. Therefore, I can write this as sin theta equals root 2 cos theta minus cos theta. And therefore, sin theta equals cos theta times root 2 minus 1. And therefore, I can say that sin theta divided by cos theta can be written as root 2 minus 1, right? So cos theta was in multiplication with root 2 minus 1. On the other side, it transposed to division. And therefore, tan theta is root 2 minus 1. But what I need right now is I need cot theta. So I am going to take reciprocal on both sides. So what happens is if I take reciprocal on both sides, taking reciprocal on both sides, we get 1 by tan theta is equal to 1 by root 2 minus 1. Now 1 upon tan theta is cot theta. So cot theta is 1 upon root 2 minus 1. And now we know that this denominator is an irrational number. So let us rationalize it. So we multiply by root 2 plus 1. We multiply the numerator as well as the denominator by root 2 plus 1. So this becomes root 2 plus 1 upon a minus b into a plus b is a square minus b square, which is basically root 2 plus 1. And therefore, cot theta can be written as root 2 plus 1. This is the value. Okay, moving on to the next one. So this seems to be a similar question, but now I'm going to solve this using a different idea. Let's see how it can be done. So it's given that sin theta plus cos theta is root 2 cos of 90 minus theta. Again, I know that an identity exists for cos of 90 minus theta. So using the complementary angle relations, I can say that cos of 90 minus theta is equal to sine theta. And therefore, what I can write is sine theta plus cos theta is equal to root 2 times sine theta, right? And now I want to find the value of tan theta. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide. So I know that tan theta is basically sine theta upon cos theta, right? So I need the denominator to be cos. So what I will do is I will say divide throughout. So when I say throughout, it means all terms on the left hand side as well as the right hand side. Divide throughout by cos theta. So therefore, what I get is sine theta upon cos theta plus cos theta upon cos theta is equal to root 2 times sine theta upon cos theta. Now sine theta upon cos theta is tan theta and cos theta upon cos theta is 1 is equal to root 2 times sine theta upon cos theta is tan theta. Now I can shift or I can transpose this tan theta to the other side. So I get 1 equals root 2 tan theta minus tan theta, which means 1 is equal to tan theta times root 2 minus 1, right? Taking tan theta out as common in the RHS, I can write it as 1 equals tan theta into root 2 minus 1, which means tan theta is equal to 1 divided by root 2 minus 1. So now what I will do is I will multiply the numerator and denominator by root 2 plus 1. So therefore tan theta becomes equal to tan theta is root 2 plus 1 the whole divided by a minus b into a plus b becomes a square, that is root 2 the whole square minus 1 square, and that is because we have rationalized the denominator now. Therefore tan theta is root 2 plus 1 upon root 2 square is 2 and 1 square is 1, so 2 minus 1 is 1, and therefore tan theta is equal to root 2 plus 1. So in the previous question you would have noticed that I grouped all these sine terms on one side and cos terms on the other side, and then I was able to find the value of cot theta. Over here, because I wanted to evaluate tan theta, which was basically sine by cos, I found that the denominator should be cos, and that's why I divided every term by cos theta. So when sine theta was divided by cos theta over here, when sine theta got divided by cos theta, I got tan theta. Cos theta by cos theta gave me a 1. Okay, moving on. If tan theta plus cot theta is equal to 2, evaluate the value of tan square theta plus cot square theta. So it's given to me that tan theta plus cot theta is 2. This is given to me. It is given that tan theta plus cot theta is equal to 2. Now suppose I want tan square plus cot square. What I think is squaring both sides should be of great help. So squaring both sides, squaring both sides, we get tan theta plus cot theta the whole square is equal to 2 square. Now I can use the form a plus b the whole square here. So a plus b the whole square is a square plus b square plus 2 times tan theta times cot theta is equal to 2 square is 4. And therefore tan square theta plus cot square theta plus 2 times tan theta, and cot theta is basically 1 by tan theta, is equal to 4. So now I get tan square theta plus cot square theta plus tan theta and tan theta cancels, right? So this is eliminated. So I am left with the 2 is equal to 4. This implies tan square theta plus cot square theta is equal to 4 minus 2. So transposing the 2 to the other side. By the way, I have used the identity cot theta is equal to 1 by tan theta over here. So shifting the 2 to the opposite side or transposing it to the other side, I get tan square theta plus cot square theta is therefore equal to 4 minus 2, which okay, moving on. So let's consider this question now. I have sec A into 1 minus sin A multiplied by sec A plus tan A should be equal to 1. So let me pick the left hand side now. So LHS is given by sec A multiplied by 1 minus sin A times sec A plus tan A. Now there are various ways of solving this question. The first idea that comes to my mind is, why not convert everything to sine and cos? 1 by sec A is 1 by cos A multiplied by 1 minus sin A, and sec A is again 1 by cos A plus tan A is sin A divided by cos A. So now if I take the LCM in the bracket, what I will get is 1 minus sin A, the numerator is 1 minus sin A into 1 plus sin A divided by, I have one cos A term here, so that's cos A, and the second cos term is when you take the LCM. So you have two cos A terms in the denominator, both multiplied with each other. Now in the numerator, I have 1 minus sin A into 1 plus sin A, which is 1 minus sin square A divided by cos A into cos A is cos square A, right? So therefore, what I get is 1 minus sin square theta is cos square theta. So I have cos square A by cos square A, which is going to be equal to 1. So this is one way of solving this question. What were the different identities used here? I believe while writing the answer, I should note down that sec A was 1 upon cos A, then tan A was sin A upon cos A, and then I had A plus B, A minus B identity was used, and here I used sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. So these would be the different identities that I would be writing when I write the answer. Now let's consider another way of looking at this question. What I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this sec A with the first bracket. So what I get is sec A into 1 is sec A minus sec A into sin A, and the second bracket is sec A plus tan A. So this can be rewritten as sec A minus sec A is 1 by cos A, so this becomes sin A by cos A into sec A plus tan A, right? So this becomes sec A minus sin A by cos A is tan A, so sec A minus tan A into sec A plus tan A. So this is of the form A minus B into A plus B, which is A square minus B square, and therefore I get sec square A minus tan square A, which is equal to 1 because of the identity 1 plus tan square A is equal to sec square A. So what I did was I first took the terms sec A into 1 minus sin A, I multiplied those term by term, and that led me to okay, moving on to the next question. Consider the following question. If tan theta plus sin theta is equal to m and tan theta minus sin theta is equal to n, then show that m square minus n square is equal to 4 root mn. I can quickly notice that I can find m square here. I can also find n square here. So let's do that. I think in this particular problem, we will have to evaluate the LHS as well as the RHS. So let's start with the LHS. We have m square minus n square. So let us first find m square. M square is tan theta plus sin theta the whole square. This is of the form a plus b the whole square, which is a square plus b square plus 2ab, that's 2 tan theta sin theta. This is m square. And we can also find n square, which is tan theta minus sin theta the whole square. And a minus b the whole square is a square plus b square, so plus sin square theta minus 2 tan theta sine theta, right? So now let us find the value of m square minus n square. So m square minus n square is equal to tan square theta plus sine square theta plus 2 tan theta sine theta. This is m square. And then I have to subtract n square from it. So n square is tan square theta plus sine square theta minus 2 tan theta sine theta. So this is the value of m square minus n square. Let's open up the brackets. So we get tan square theta plus sine square theta plus 2 tan theta sine theta minus tan square theta minus sine square theta plus 2 tan theta sine theta. Now over here again you should notice that tan square minus tan square cancels, sine square minus sine square cancels. So what I'm left with is 4 tan theta sine theta. This is my left hand side, and let's leave this as 4 tan theta sine theta. Now let's spend some time in evaluating the RHS. So let's quickly make some space to work on the RHS. So now the RHS is 4 root mn. So RHS is 4 times root mn. That is 4 times under root of m. M is tan theta plus sine theta. And n is tan theta minus sine theta. Therefore, this becomes 4 times under root of tan square theta minus sine square theta. So now I am going to write tan square theta in terms of sine and cos. So tan square is sine square theta upon cos square theta minus sine square theta. Taking sine square theta out as common, so it is 4 under root of sine square theta times 1 by cos square theta minus 1. So this becomes 4 times. I can shift the sine square out of the square root as sine theta, and now see what is left inside. 1 by cos square theta is left. So 1 by cos square theta minus 1. So this is going to be 4 sine theta. If you notice, 1 by cos square theta can be written as sec square theta minus 1. That equals 4 sine theta times under root of sec square theta minus 1 is root of tan square theta, and that becomes 4 sine theta times tan theta, right? So the RHS is also equal to 4 sine tan, and the LHS is also equal to 4 sine tan, and therefore I can say that LHS is equal to the RHS. So while evaluating Okay. Yeah, let's take a look at this question now. If sine square theta plus sine theta is equal to 1, prove that cos square plus cos raised to 4 theta is also equal to 1. Now what comes to my mind is, I know that sine square plus cos square is 1. So if I just go to my rough work and I start investigating cos square plus cos raised to 4, let's see what I get. So cos square theta plus cos raised to 4 theta. I know that cos square plus sine square is 1, but I don't see a identity for cos square plus cos raised to 4. Somehow, if I can convert this cos raised to 4 into sine square, if I can convert, right? If I can convert this to sine square theta, then I will have cos square plus sine square, which is equal to 1. So now let me see if I can convert this cos raised to 4. Let's see what is given. So we have sine square theta plus sine theta is equal to 1. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to shift the sine square theta to the other side. That means sine theta is 1 minus sine square theta. And therefore, I get sine theta is equal to cos square theta, because I know that sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1, which is why 1 minus sine square theta is cos square theta. And now if I square both sides, let's see what happens. I need cos raised to 4, isn't it? I can easily get a cos raised to 4 if I square both sides. So I get squaring both sides, I can say that sine square theta is equal to cos raised to 4 theta. Now, this is an important observation that we have, because look at what I have to prove. The LHS is cos square theta plus cos raised to 4 theta. And this cos raised to 4 theta can be replaced by sine square theta, right? So, because cos raised to 4 is sine square, so replacing cos raised to 4 with sine square, now I have cos square plus sine square, which is indeed equal to 1. So the technique here that I used was, I carefully observed what I wanted, and then using what I had Okay. So we have to prove that sine theta by cot theta plus cosec theta is equal to 2 plus sine theta upon cot theta minus cosec theta. I am aware of the identity 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta, which means cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the left hand side and I have sine theta upon cosec theta plus cot theta. I am going to multiply the numerator and denominator by cosec theta minus cot theta and cosec theta minus cot theta. Okay. Now why am I doing this? Because I know that if I multiply it with the rationalizing factor of the denominator or the conjugate, I mean there are different names for it. So when I do that, I am going to get cosec square minus cot square in the denominator. So this term becomes sine theta into cosec theta minus cot theta, the whole divided by a plus b into a minus b is going to be a square, that is cosec square theta minus cot square theta, and cosec square theta minus cot square theta is 1. So this becomes sine theta times cosec theta minus cot theta. So let me open up the brackets. This becomes sine theta into cosec theta minus sine theta into cot theta. Now sine theta into cosec theta is 1 minus sine theta multiplied by cot theta is cos theta by sine theta. Again sine theta cancels and therefore I get 1 minus cos theta, right? This is my LHS. And now I am going to take up the RHS and use the same trick that I used in the LHS. So in the RHS, I have 2 plus sine theta divided by cot theta minus cosec theta. So let me multiply this term by its rationalizing factor. So that is cot theta plus cosec theta. And the denominator also with the same term so that we maintain the same fraction. So this becomes 2 plus sine theta into cot theta plus cosec theta, the whole divided by the denominator is cot square theta minus cosec square theta, right? And from this identity, it is very clear that cot square theta minus cosec square theta will be minus 1, right? If I multiply everything by minus 1, this is what I get. So the denominator is therefore minus 1. So this is 2 minus, so this is minus 1. The denominator here is minus 1. So positive number divided by a negative number will turn into a negative number times sine theta into cot theta plus cosec theta. Therefore this becomes 2 minus sine theta cot theta minus sine theta cosec theta. Now I know that cosec theta and sine theta are the reciprocal of each other. So sine into cosec becomes 1. So this becomes 2 minus sine theta into cos theta by sine theta minus 1. Sine theta cancels and 2 minus 1 is 1 minus cos theta. So the LHS and RHS both are equal to 1 minus cos theta. And because both are equal to 1 minus cos theta, they are equal to each other. The original LHS and RHS are equal to each other. So an important idea was used in this particular problem, which was the idea of trying to get cosec square minus cot square Okay, we end our session over here. I hope you understood the trigonometric identities that were solved today, and I hope